Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. So today we are going to be taking a look at the RG35XXSP. So here we have it here, and we are working with a new setup. As you can see, we have a nice desk here. It was so fancy, so nice. And we can now zoom out, so we can really capture all these details that we want to capture. So let's go ahead and zoom back in on our little box here. Perfect. This is another Anbernic device. I'm pretty excited about this one as it is modeled after the Gameboy Advance SP. So with that, it's going to be a clamshell device, and everyone is raving about this device here, that it's not going to be the most powerful device, not by any means, but it's going to be a nice form factor. So without further ado, let's go ahead. We're going to do the unboxing here, and we should be able to get some Game Boy Advance. We're going to be getting a little bit of Nintendo 64. Basically, this is the 35XX, just in a clamshell factor. So let's go ahead and get started here. In true Anbernic fashion, we have the device kind of outlined here with the model number 35XXSP. On the bottom of the box, we do have a couple variations in color. We have here the blue transparent version. It also comes in black transparent, gray, and silver. Let's go ahead and unveil. We're going to pull the system out here. I'm going to set that aside. Maybe if I can get a hold of it. Okay, there we go. We'll set that aside for now. Flip this up. So it looks like it does come with the usual screen wipes with a screen protector, nice and sturdy. We also have here a instruction manual, like the other handhelds that we've done by Anbernic. This is going to be our charge cable, and I would assume at this point Type C. I think Type C is just kind of the standard at this point. Yep, here we have it, and it is, I'll get that to focus, there we go. It is Type C. Moving over to the main event, let's go ahead and unveil our handheld. So it did have this foam pad on top. When I went to slide the handheld out, it just kind of came out all by itself. So just in case anybody cares or wanted to know, they at least tried to protect the console. But here we have it. This is a beautiful see-through dark blue case, very smooth. We have our L and R buttons up top here. Looks like we have our Type C and mini HDMI out, a power button. Is that a reset button? Yeah, a reset button here. On the bottom of the device, we have our two MicroSD card slots and a headphone jack. And on the left side, we have our volume up and down. On the back of the device, we just have our battery and nothing further. This really does look and feel like the Game Boy Advance SP. It's a little bit thicker, I think. I'll have to test that out. I'll have to go grab mine and compare them side by side. But let's go ahead and open it. There we have it. That is, wow. Okay, so we have a tactile D-pad. It's very clicky. A speaker in the center. Start, select. This appears to be a menu button, and our ABXY. Screen is very nice and quite big. Let's go ahead and power it up. All right, so I actually don't know where my SP is since we moved to our house. I had all of them boxed up, and it must still be in a box somewhere. So we'll have to find that, and if I find out, I'll do a comparison photo later on. But yeah, here we have it. I mean, the screen is very bright, and so it's got that kind of just custom Anbernic firmware here, where we have the game room, where it lists out all of the systems. So we have some PSP, PS1, and I mean the 35XX, this handheld and chipset's been out for a while now. But so, you know, it's not going to be able to play the whole title of those, but it's going to be able to play some of them. So really what people are mostly going to be wanting this for is going to be for the Game Boy Advance. And I like to do, when it's this firmware, I like to go over to the RetroArch games and then pick the console that way. I don't know why. I'm just so accustomed to RetroArch and familiar with how to set it up and whatnot. I just think it to me, it feels more natural than the Anbernic side of things. So I personally use this. But we're going to go ahead and put on some Pokemon Red. We'll boot the game up. What's really neat is by default, it says Game Boy Advance SP down here on the screen, and it's working just like a normal Game Boy Advance SP. That's nostalgia galore right here. For those that are wondering, yes, you can just close the shell like the Game Boy Advance SP. When we do so, the screen will turn off right about, I think it's pretty close to here. Screen goes off. There's a power indicator here that it is on, but this is kind of like putting it into rest mode. For those of you that are interested in the specs of the RG35XXSP, I'll list them here on the side of the screen now.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Sorry about the audio quality for this video, as it is a new setup that we're messing with, so it's just going to take a little bit of time tinkering and getting things settled just right. For those of you that are interested, check out modernbroadcast.tv. We do have some new merch. We have some new shirts. We have some new mugs. All sorts of goodies over on the website. Check them out. We're also getting rid of some of our games, NES, GameCube, and etc. So check it out. Have a great week, everyone, and take care.